Hello and welcome to another video. I've got a lot of matches coming up, big matches that I really need to focus on, and it's quite stressful when you're always under pressure in matches, so it's nice to have the odd day out, just a little mess around session, chilling out, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. All I've set up is one rod, 13 foot waggler rod, really soft action, going to be brilliant fun with these roach. Got a small reel, 3 pound main line, and a nice light waggler, 1.25 gram. And as you can see, I've only put 4 shot to lock the float. I want as little shot as I can get away with around the float, and I find this stops a lot of tangles. It's a really sensitive float, and these two or three small number 8 shots just pimple that down, and you can see the bait as it falls through the water. You can see the float registers every single shot. So I've got 2 number 8s and then a small micro swivel, which is about an equivalent to a number 8 shot. This also stops tangles, much better than a loop to loop. Loop to loop tends to give you all sorts of tangles when you're reeling maggots in. The maggots twist and turn in the water. Then an 010 hook length. This is Preston power line. Thin diameter but very strong. And I have a size 18 hook. Fairly fine wire, as we're looking for a slow fall, and this is just for single maggot. And also I've got my catapult and a few hook lengths tied up in my hook length box. That's all you need to have a great enjoyable day's fishing in freezing cold conditions like we have today. It's a complete contrast to the other session where we were fishing the method feeder. I've got a few layers on and I'm still very cold, but we're going to need some fish to warm us up. So all I'm going to do, single maggot on my hook, cast out, and hopefully catch some red fins. Right, as you can see, I've baited up. Now all I'm going to do is flick the waggler in front of me. The water is very cold today, so I'm looking to put minimal feed in. 3 or 4 maggots in the catapult, and I'm going to fire them out to the area I'm looking to fish. Maggots are very hard to feed in a tight area, so you're looking for a rough spread of bait. Now I can cast out. Looking to cast into the feed. As I cast out, as you can see there, I just stopped the line with my finger just to ensure the hook bait and the float falls in a straight line with the bait just past the float. There we go, small fish. Very delicate bite that. Only a small one this time. Oh, there we go, that's another fish. This could be a decent roach. Absolutely fired that float under just as I was feeding in a few maggot. I think it's a netter. Oh, that's a lovely roach. Safely in the net, and that is a corking roach. Out of a small pond like this, it doesn't get much better than that. Probably half a pound. That's awesome. On the waggler, what an awesome method. Certainly does catch a few fish. Right, I explained a little bit earlier about the shotting pattern I'm using today. I'm looking for a slow fall so my hook bait imitates the loose feed. All I'm going to do is just underarm flick it just so you can see how the shots register on the float tip as well as the bait. As you can see there, it's pretty high. Then it starts to go down. They're just the 2 number 8 shots and the swivel. Then in a second you'll see the hook bait and the hook. Just pimple that float down a tiny little bit more. So I know when the float's pimpled, that's when the bait is at its maximum depth. It's so pimpled down you might not be able to see it on the camera, but I need it pimpled because, as you all know, roach are very delicate feeders and the bites can be very, very shy. So let's cast out again and hopefully put this method to work. A little indication on the float there. Oh, there's a bite. As you may have noticed today, I'm not striking too hard, because one thing that can happen when you strike too hard, the waggler will fly back at you full pelt and you'll get speared by your own float. You don't want that, because I can assure you that does hurt. It's very tempting when the float slams under to strike too hard, but you just gotta take your time with it all. Just a slow lift, raise of a rod. It doesn't take much to set the hook. Also, if you strike too hard, you find you do bump quite a lot of fish. So there we go, a lovely 4-ounce winter roach. Waggler really has been devastating today. We can't stop catching. Oh, here we are. Half decent roach, I think. Nice fish to finish the session on. I think this cold weather, well, I say cold, cold's a bit of an understatement. It is really freezing today. Hasn't put the fish off though. We've had plenty on the waggler. Lots this size. They've all been varied sizes today. So let's get him back, get some gear packed away, and have a little look at our catch. Well, 3 hours on the waggler, middle of February, and we've got 6 to 7 pound of lovely silverfish, all roach except from 2 perch. We've had some lovely fish, up to about half a pound, 10 ounces. But it's just been fantastic, a real chilled out session, which is what I need when I've got a couple of big matches coming up. We've changed a couple of things, the depth, we've kept the bait fresh, kept feeding 4 or 5 maggots every cast out, and it's just kept bites coming, and it's been fantastic in the winter to catch a net of roach like this on such a great conventional method. It really is a simple method to fish. You can overcomplicate these things, and fishing how I did today can get you bites all throughout the year. So I'm really chuffed with that. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and follow my instructions to catch a lovely net of fish like this. Let's get them back. We really have had a great day today. It's been so cold, real bitter day, about 1 or 2 degrees probably. So I'm really impressed that we've had this many roach on such a cold day. I really wasn't expecting it. I'd be impressed with a catch like that, especially from this water in the summer. Tight lines, and see you next time.